Oh, there you are, YouTube. So, our friend Tracy left today, and it was kind of hard for the twins. They immediately missed her, were very sad. It was kind of a rough time putting them down to bed, which usually isn't too bad, like when it comes to, you know, getting them their night milk and then putting them to bed. It's usually that part is not so much a problem. It's usually getting them the, you know, dressed in their pajamas and everything. So yeah, basically they missed her very much as soon as she left, and I think they didn't really know what feelings they were feeling. But it ended up okay. Once they were put into their cribs, they passed out pretty easily. But that short moment between when Tracy left and them going to the cribs was kind of tough and very sad to watch. Tracy, if you're watching, sorry that you just had to hear that, but yeah, they miss you. They miss you already. Also, we watched The Crown. I should say, we've already watched everything that we were able to watch with The Crown, but season 4 is now available, and it looks like every episode is. So that's cool. I thought we were going to have to watch it from week to week. It seemed like that was something Netflix was testing with the Great British Baking Show, Bake Off, whatever that show is called. We can't just binge that show. So I was assuming this was something they were going to bring to The Crown, but it's not. It looks like all episodes are available. But we only watched the first episode of season 4 tonight. And it was fantastic. Gillian Anderson, my wife loves her so much because my wife is the #1 X-Files fan on planet Earth. And so, she's very excited about this season because Gillian Anderson is playing Margaret Thatcher. And I just can't get over how well Gillian Anderson is doing at capturing Margaret Thatcher. Now, my exposure to actual Margaret Thatcher is minimal, but what minimal exposure I do have, my jaw's on the floor. I'm like, wow, this is just Margaret Thatcher. And I don't know Gillian Anderson as well as my wife knows her. I've seen everything X-Files has to offer in terms of the shows, the spin-offs, and the movies. But I don't have a strong relationship with it like my wife does. So my wife, as she was watching, she still very much sees Gillian Anderson through, this Margaret Thatcher character that she's playing. But me, I'm just I am just watching Margaret Thatcher right now. This is amazing. I mean, in a way, I am distracted. My wife, it's because she just loves Gillian Anderson so much. She sees Gillian Anderson. But me, I'm distracted in a way that's almost I can't believe how well she's pulling this off. It's she's so good at capturing it that I can't get over it. Again, I'm not a Margaret Thatcher expert, so I don't know. But what little I do know, it's wow, she has done an amazing job. And I just kind of need to get over it so that I can just focus. But I'm just the whole time I'm how is she doing that? It's remarkable. So far, I mean, only one episode in, but it is fantastic. They have dipped into so many storylines, I feel that's going on in their lives right now. As an entire family, we're touching on a lot of people here. It's not this episode was just about this person or this person, which I think makes sense for a first episode in a season, sort of lay the groundwork for each character, and we're definitely getting that, and there is some crossover there as well. Obviously that's going to happen with family. So I thought it was a very well put together first episode for a season, and I'm curious to see where these sort of roots that were just planted here, how they're going to sprout into new stories, because it seems already there is a lot to cover, and I'm hyped to see how it is covered. This is one of my favorite shows. I think it's one of my favorite shows, or is my favorite Netflix show that they have put out. I don't like a lot of Netflix things. I think a lot of it looks cheap to me. But I'm, glad it's out there because people are getting work, getting exposure and things like that. But when it comes to like high quality television, I think this is one of their best outputs that they have right now or have ever put out. So yeah, great, fantastic show. And even though I'm only in one episode, I just feel like Gillian Anderson, whatever category they place her in, deserves an Emmy already, deserves a Golden Globe, deserves a SAG award for this amazing work that I've only seen one episode of. I mean, I hope it continues to be great and fantastic. I can't imagine she's gonna like falter anywhere through this, but it is just amazing. Again, I am not a huge X-Files guy. I mean, I have seen it all, but like again, I don't have like a strong emotional connection to X-Files. So those that do may see it differently because they know Gillian Anderson much better. But again, it's like me sort of knowing Gillian Anderson, me sort of knowing Margaret Thatcher, having these very surface level understandings of these people. I see only perfection here. So maybe other more well-informed people may feel a little differently, but I don't know. I think what I'm watching is fantastic. Loving this cast, loving this first episode. It is all just perfect. So I am so excited that I can watch these from day to day. I'm going to try and watch, I don't want to like binge it to the point to where I'm like tired for some of the episodes and can't, focus or anything like that. But I just like the fact that I can watch it on my own terms rather than week to week. So all I have to say is fantastic first episode. Can't wait to see where we go. And I think it's going to be an important season in all of this. I mean, all of them I feel like are because they're, greatest hits. This is a greatest hits album of the Queen's life. So, yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and shut down today's vlog, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.